Hey now. Hey now. What's going on, everybody? Oh, excuse me. Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me? Hey now. How we doing, everybody? Cheers. Excuse me. Good to see everybody. Sorry it's a surprise stream. No I didn't do any formal announcements tonight. With a witch hunter with a $2 super chat. Let me give you a clip, good sir.
I feel like people sleep.
I do too. I really do. I feel like they sleep daily. Thank you so much, the witch hunter. I appreciate that. Very, very cool. What's going on, everybody? I'm sure some people will trickle in throughout the night. I wanted to have a good time tonight. Just hang out with you guys for about an hour, and I wanted to talk about some fun horror sequels. And honestly, while I want to talk about some that I love, I thought it would be cool to talk about some that you guys love as well. And maybe I won't agree with you, and we could have a little back and forth, and we could just talk about whatever tonight. I mean, tonight we can just have a good time, hang out, do our thing, uh, and just chill. But just chill. Obviously, one of my favorites is what I posted on the thumbnail. Somebody said I need to trim my nose hairs. I probably do. My nose hairs are probably brutal. um, but yeah, how is everybody tonight? Did everybody make it through the week okay? I'm sure it was a crazy week for everybody. Let's say hello to everybody tonight. Matt, Aaron, what's up, Aaron? Robin, what's going on? Relief for surprise stream. Got nothing to do but to drown my depression in vodka. Well, come drown yourself through this live stream. Hopefully we'll give you some good vibes, man. Well, here you are, Ryan. We got you, brother. Excuse me. Trying to stay warm in Huntsville. Serena. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. What's up, Christian? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Excuse me, guys, if I sniffle a little bit tonight. The weather's just brutal. Quick question. I apologize if it was asked before. Who are your favorite boutique Blu-ray distributors? And what are some titles you'd love to hit the boutique label circuit? It's a good question. I get that a lot. My favorites are your favorites, probably. I love Arrow, Scream Factory. Hopefully, they kind of get it back in track because right now they're just kind of redoing a bunch of the same stuff right now. It's just kind of sad. Kino Lorber. I love Vinegar Syndrome. I get appreciation out of all of them for different reasons. Some of them, the physical aspects of them are the coolest part. Other ones put out titles that are my favorite movies. As far as what I'd like to see, a lot of it has come, which is a good thing, but there's still stuff kind of floating out there like Elves, like Friday Night 2's coming. And the rest of the Friday the 13th on 4K. You know, there's stuff that's still coming that I would like to see just come out from whoever would do a good job, which most of them would. Excuse me, guys. I apologize if I sniffle. I might go get some more of my Afrin up here in a second. I don't want to do it all night because I know it's annoying. I like where you going. I love your profile picture, Sean. You look snazzy as hell. I believe we got a super chat from Robin. Thank you so much for the Canadian $5. Rest in peace, fellow Canadian Catherine O'Hara. Very, very sad. She came out of nowhere. She was only 71. She was a kid, which I know 71 is not a kid, but you get my point. Nowadays, 71 is not old. Just very sad. Rest in peace to her. Just tragic. Rest in peace. This one's for you, Catherine. Cheers, Catherine. God bless you. Very, very sad. Thank you, White Rose. You like the setup? I do too. I like having the Freddies. I got Saint Romero right here. Y'all say hello to Saint Romero. There's Saint Romero. Y'all say hello to Saint Romero. God bless Saint Romero. Excuse me. I have not seen Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I have not seen it. Any new interviews with Jeff or other luminaries come up? First off, which Jeff are you talking about? And what does luminary mean? What is that a good word? Yeah, I know, that's what I just said. I'm about to go get some more Afrin soon. My sinuses really just took a nosedive when all this snow came. The snow was brutal, man. Or the ice, not even snow, it was ice. -19 in Ohio? Shit. Oh, I never interviewed Jeff, I interviewed Cliff Macmillan. I'm assuming Jeff was the other guy. Alright, let's go. Day of the Dead. What are my thoughts on Day of the Dead? Shit. Day of the Dead is a classic. I did a YouTube short about this. To me, Day of the Dead was the Day of the Dead was the sequel that took me some time to become a fan of. Like, I when I first saw Day of the Dead, I thought it was slow. I wasn't in love with it, and I would revisit it every couple years, and eventually it became the one that I just would go back to more than the other ones. Dawn, I actually don't watch it that often. Maybe once every 2 or 3 years I'll watch it because I kind of it's a main event movie, but I also think if I just watched it often, I'd get burnt out. So I don't watch it too often. With that being said, Day, I feel like it's easier to pop on Day. I feel like Day is the one you could pop on faster, and more frequently, and it doesn't really burn itself or yourself out. It's got elements to it that are very binge worthy, like the soundtrack, some iconography in the movie. Like there's the great shot with the zombie hands coming through the wall. That's always just a great. And also, Captain Rhodes is classic. So there's stuff about the movies that you know it's stuff about Day that I just think is you could binge it easier. Which is another reason I think, it grew on people more and more because I'm sure in terms of the zombie trilogy, the original Dead trilogy, Day was probably one a lot of people went back to more so than Dawn. Paul Bunyan. I heard the news about All American Massacre. Any truth to it? I'm not gonna speak on the people involved that are making new scenes to it because I'm just not going to. I'll put it to you like that. I've gotten emails before when I talk about stuff involved with those people, and they weren't messaging me to say, "Hello, how are you, Christian?" So, I'm gonna refrain from comment on that, and I'm assuming you can read between the lines when I say that. 25 in East Tennessee, 9 degrees in North Carolina. Shit. Hang in there, Tommy. Just got out of Send Help, Sam Raimi's new film. Dude, I've heard nothing but good things about Send Help. Like, I legitimately can't wait to go see Send Help. I've heard people say Send Help was fucking awesome. So that's cool. I wanna see it. I'm gonna go see that. I wanna see an original Sam Raimi film. Very, very cool. We have a super chat, $5 from Big K. What's up, Saw? Return of Silent Hill. I legitimately liked it. It's a loose adaptation, but it captures the look and feel of Silent Hill 2 very well. I'm gonna review it soon. Big K, you are the first person I've seen say they really like it, which is cool to hear. Finally, some praise for it. But I have heard just the most abysmal stuff about it. Eventually, I will see it. Eventually, I will see it. I don't think I'm gonna see it in the theater. I think it's already gone by me, but it is nice to finally hear some positive about it. Thank you so much, Big K. Let me give you a little clip for your $5. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna go fucking buck wild for Easter this year.
Oh my god. I'm looking forward to Scream 7. Hope it will be good. Are you looking forward to it, Christian? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am looking forward to Scream 7 because it's such a volatile franchise now that like I don't mind when all that shit goes down online because it's just entertaining to see everybody fighting back and forth, everybody mad at each other, people that are that, because there's so much stuff that went down between 6 and this one, obviously. All kinds of stuff, the Melissa stuff, Nev coming back, just all of it. And so online, it's gonna be a bloodbath when it comes out. So I'm excited to just watch all the shit online go down because I stay out of that, especially like on Twitter. Twitter, I gotta be honest, I have gotten to where I despise Twitter now. I hate it. I barely even post updates of my channel on Twitter now. Like I like Facebook so much more. I started posting all my stuff on Facebook, and my Facebook page actually it didn't blow up, but it got a decent following now. I'm up to like 21,000 followers on there, and everybody on Facebook's nice. The people that follow me anyway, they interact with me, and I even have people here tonight from Facebook watching the show, which is awesome. But yeah, I got to where I don't even I open up Twitter and like that's it. I don't even use it. I just hate it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm not going on a Twitter rant, but my point is I am ready for Scream though. I am ready. I hope it's good. I hope it's good, you know. All right, Brody Kane with an Australian $5. Thank you so much. Howdy from Australia, mate. Hellraiser 2 is better than the first one. So glad you brought that up. Hellraiser 2 Hellbound, in my opinion, if you haven't seen a Hellraiser film ever before, Hellraiser 2 is the movie that's the closest to what you probably have in your head before you see a Hellraiser film. Because Hellraiser 2 is such a brutal film and it's such a hellish film. And I think before you see any Hellraiser film, when you see the artwork for part 1, the movie in your head in terms of how brutal it could be, 2 is the closest thing to that. I know it was for me. So with that being said, I not only agree with you, excuse me, I think Hellraiser 2 is the best Hellraiser film. And it's crazy to me that most people don't agree with me on that. I'm serious. It's like, I really swear to God, most people prefer 1 over 2. I don't know what it is. I think it's because the doctor character is like not everybody's cup of tea. And they like the Frank aspect and stuff more in 1 and Julia, that kind of like romance stuff more and more. But to me, the scene of the mattress scene in 2, in my opinion, is better than anything in 1. That mattress scene in 2 is better than anything in 1. Anyway, thank you, Brody. Then we got, let me give you a clip for your trouble. I appreciate the super chat. Let's do this one.
Listen to me. The next time you have to think of it, buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, then go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
And then we got Beyond the Grave. What's going on, dude? Thank you so much for the $6.66. That's an awesome amount right there. I made a live. Hit the damn like button. Send help 4 to 5. See, that's another person. I have only heard a lot of praise for Send Help. I want to go see that. I know I will buy it at the very least because it's Sam Raimi. But here's the thing, Beyond the Grave, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the movie. I probably don't, right? Like, I should not. I should probably go into this not knowing anything about it. I haven't watched the trailer. As a matter of fact, I did see one kind of pop up, and I straight up just, like, refused to watch it. I just kind of swiped it away. Like, I don't know anything about it. I probably don't wanna know anything about it, right? Thank you so much, and for you, let's do, you know what? 666, cool amount.
It's always been Creepshow 2. The one that we have is great value, so it's a Creepshow 2 also, to me, just feels like that perfect 80s time capsule. You know what I mean? Like with the Firebird and the second sequence and all that stuff. The one that we have is great value, so it's a Walmart brand. It'll flip your lunch tray.
Hey, CHH, I watched Mr. Jones the other night based off of your recommendation. It was awesome. Dude, thank you for watching Mr. Jones. The ending is kind of psychedelic. Most people hate it, but the first 30 minutes is phenomenal. It's so good. It's so freaking suspenseful. I love it. Let's scroll down. I'm very behind on the chat. I'm gonna scroll down to the chat, guys. We're gonna start anew. I do need some new clips, but the thing is, people like the thing is, the Planet Dirty Show has built such a legacy of classic clips, and people like them. And I'm scared to stop using them, and use new stuff that people won't like. But I need to go through like the last row of shows and make some clips. Now the last great clip I had was the Children of the Corn clip. The Children of the Corn clip was a classic, and it turned out great, and people loved it. But like that's another thing. I'm not gonna also force to make new clips. Like I know if when a clip comes, and so the clip of Children of the Corn 4 was legendary. So that was the last new one, but that's a longer one. So I only play those for like I only play those so often. I also don't want to get people burnt out on them. Dude, Monsters Unleashed, that's a great sequel. I love both Scooby-Doo films. And Monsters Unleashed is dynamite. I love the first one too, though. The first one's fantastic. Mr. Christian, I have been defending Jaws 2 since it came out. I don't care. I love it as much as the original. Nostalgia high with that one for me. Stay warm. Thank you, Movie Eddie. Movie Eddie, the thing about Jaws 2 is a lot of people look at Jaws 2 as the slasher shark movie. And I don't really see it that way. I get what people say or mean by that, because the movie has some more intense scenes with the kids out on the water and the sailboats and stuff. But to me, it really is a movie about Brody's, refusal to, like, you would think that any other guy, if they were going through this and they lose their job, they'd say, okay, F it. I'm taking my kids and we're getting out of here, or this, that, or whatever. But like, he stayed. And even though he was fired, it didn't matter. He still fought and he did what he had to do to save those kids, because he knew that if he didn't, they were going to die. I always looked at it as really a movie about Brody's character, which I love Jaws 2. Here's one thing I will say, Movie Eddie. The poster for Jaws 2 is the best Jaws poster with the girl skiing. That's a great poster. Jaws 2's poster. I have a Jaws 2 poster. I need to hang that bitch up. So I have it. It's a gorgeous poster. I have that. I need to hang that up. All right, Creepshow 3 is absolute trash. Creepshow 2 is great. Creepshow 3 is trash. The real Creepshow 3, as we know, is Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, which Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, is my favorite horror anthology. I genuinely love Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I think the Gargoyle segment is probably the best, one of the best. I think it's top 5 of the greatest anthology segments ever done. I really do. I think the Gargoyle segment is great, and what an ending. What a story. that gargoyle scene segment is. I really love it. When that got announced on 4K from Scream Factory, I think I was the only person that was legitimately jumping for joy because I was like, "Holy shit." Like, I can't wait to see this movie in 4K. I love it. I love Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. It captures such a sensibility to it that is the most horror anthology feeling thing ever. Plus, you got a lot of big stars in that one. You know, you've got, uh, who do you have? You had Julian Moore. Yeah, you had Julian Moore. Is that her name? The redhead. You had Steve Buscemi in there, Christian Slater. Yeah, Cat from Hell is probably the second best. I mean, Lot 24 was it Lot 249, 247, or 249? You know, the Mummy was great, but the Cat from Hell is such a great anthology segment with William Hickey in it too. I mean, it's brilliant. It's just such a great horror anthology. I think that it's got its fan base, but I think people overlook. I really do think people overlook it for Creepshow 1 and 2. Where me personally, I'm a Tales from the Dark Side guy. That's my favorite. What was the first movie you bought where you officially consider yourself a collector? Friday the 13th, the red deluxe DVD kit sets. Absolutely. The Friday the 13th red deluxe DVD releases. That was it. That sent me. Out of all the Friday 13th Part 8, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, which one would you pick? Jason Goes to Hell. For sure. Right now, anyway. No, I have not seen Dangerous Animals. I have got to see that. What did I watch the other night, though? It was a movie about it was a movie about Australian soldiers that get on a boat and they get attacked by sharks. It was on Shudder. Somebody tell me the name of that movie. I forgot it. What was the name of that? Please, somebody tell me. What was the name of that? Son of a bitch. I'm sorry, Thompson. I forgot the name of that movie, though. Somebody will say it. I'll look at the comments. Beast of War. Thank you, Beyond the Grave Media. That's it, Beast of War. Unpopular opinion. Switch out the top shelf Freddy. Switch out the top shelf Freddy from the tour for the homie on screen. Oh, you want me to take Nightmare 2 Freddy and put him right there and put that Freddy right there? Is that what you're saying? Beyond the Grave Media? Is that what you're saying? I can if you think I should, but I like my Part 4 Freddy because they have the same skin tones. The skin tones match, you see? Besides, that's a part I think that's a Part 4 design. 3 or 4. Is that what you're saying? But yeah, anyway, Beast of War was good. I thought Beast of War was a good movie. I think we're in a spot where we've got some good shark movies. Oh, I knew Exorcist 3 was going to get brought up tonight. Exorcist 3, it is not necessarily better than The Exorcist, but it's the one I revisit more. So written. I'm going to take it. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. This is the one thing I get the most shit for online. One of the things, really. I do think Exorcist 3 is better. I'll tell you why. The Exorcist is one of the greatest, if not the greatest horror films ever. So to have a movie that when you watch it, you can even contemplate the question, is this better? And you really have to think about it. That is remarkable. Me personally, I feel that George C. Scott and Brad Dourif take that movie to a whole nother level. I really do. I think George C. Scott is his character in that movie, and I'm not bullshitting. I think George C. Scott's character in Legion, if you will, is the most well done performance, most underrated horror performance maybe ever. And I'll tell you why. There's a moment in the film where he breaks down and it gets to me. So you got to remember in the context of this film, George C. Scott is he's in charge of whatever that division is as a cop, a homicide investigation, detectives, whatever. And he's got so much on his plate. He's taking care of his family. He's got this, that. He's got this murderer on just doing all these crimes, and it won't stop. He's got so much. He's got the world on his shoulders. We're dealing with this literal demon. And there's a moment in the film where his the priest friend he had was killed in the most insane way. He's losing it. And there's that moment. I urge everybody to go back and watch this, because if you watch this, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a moment where they're talking about looking up the file on a patient at the hospital. And the nurse is like, "It's in the file. Go look in the file. It's in the file." And George snaps. He goes, "It's not in the file. It's not. It's not in the file." He just loses it because he couldn't take it anymore. He is under so much pressure and he's scared that he literally snaps for a second. But because he is the guy that is in charge of all this, he has to catch himself that fast. It's every time I watch it, I get a chill because of how good he is. I really think one of the greatest performances in a horror film ever is George C. Scott as the detective. It's just brilliant. And even though Brad Dourif is literally god tier level, I think George is that good as well. It's probably George's performance in 3 is probably my favorite male lead performance in a horror movie of all time. Of all time. I'm serious. I really mean that. So I do think it is a smidge better. I think The Exorcist is a masterpiece. Also, I should say this. I hate the spider walk. So as much as I love William Peter Blatty, I prefer the theatrical cut of The Exorcist as opposed to the extended cut that they added that stuff. And Friedkin's talked about that. He put that stuff in because Blatty wanted it and he owed it to Blatty. And Blatty is the only man that can make a perfect Exorcist sequel. I really feel so. And listen, I'm really excited for the new one because of what's his face coming to direct it. And he's going to do a great job. But I had a buddy say something one time. He said, the only way we're ever going to get a great Exorcist film again is if William Peter Blatty rises from the grave and writes another script. And you know what? It really is true. Now, the thing that's important, though, is the word great. The word great. Because that's the truth. So I think we're going to get a good Exorcist film with, what's his face? The director's slipping me. His name's slipping me. You guys know who I'm talking about. I'm looking at him right now with his, he's an awesome guy. Flanagan. We will get a good Exorcist film with Flanagan. We could even get a really good Exorcist film with Flanagan. But here's the truth, guys. We will never have a great Exorcist film again. And that's okay. A really good one, absolutely possible. With Mike Flanagan, you damn right, absolutely possible. But a great film like Exorcist or Exorcist 3, it's literally impossible. Let's move on. Prom Night 2 is great, but I'm actually Jesse, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Jesse. I think Prom Night is better than people remember. And I'm gonna say that because I didn't like Prom Night at first. I actually think Prom Night's a slower movie, but I think it's one of the more well-made slashers. Also the fact that Leslie Nielsen just dips out in the movie. It's funny. With that being said, I actually think Prom Night ages very well, and I have really grown to like the first Prom Night. And Hello Mary Lou is awesome. I think it's awesome. Do I think it's better than Prom Night? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. Um, honestly, once we get those Prom Night sequels on high definition, and I can really watch the films through a new eye, we'll see. We'll see. But for now, I just want to say that I think Prom Night, the original, is great. So I like Prom Night 3 the last time I watched it. Somebody says Sleepaway Camp 2 is better than 1. Very, very different. That's the Sleepaway Camp sequels is an interesting thing, right? Because it's like they're so different that it's clear, it's clear which way the wind may blow for you, what style you like more. By the way, we have 167 people here. I'd love it if you guys dropped a like on the stream just to let YouTube know, hey, when Christian does these surprise lives, I want to know about it. So drop a like on the show, please. I'd really appreciate that. I came across your music on Spotify. First off, is that Ed Harris from Creep Show on your I came across your music on Spotify and your version of I'm No Animal is awesome. Dude, God bless you. Thank you, Trapper Creeper. Yeah, CHH. I put a lot of songs up there. I've got a new song coming out pretty soon. And then I've got some more after that. So thank you for listening to my music on Spotify. Artist name CHH, everybody. Thank you so much, man. Super chat. We got a super chat. Oh, we got a couple super chats. Brody Kane, Australian $2. What is the best color? Okay, I'll answer that. The best color grade in a sequel is actually going to be Return of the Living Dead 2. Return of the Living Dead 2 is a beautiful blue movie. Return of the Living Dead 2 is a gorgeous blue film. So I'm actually going to say 2, but I'm going to give you another one. Another great color grade is Critters 3. It really is. Y'all want to call Brandon and ask him what the best color grade is? Let me see if he answers. Let me see if he's up. Let me check his Facebook. Oh, he's not up. He's asleep. We're not going to call him. We're not going to call him. We're not going to wake him up. Thank you, Bulkhead. Thank you, Brody. Bulkhead with $1.99 says, as a musician, you need to check out The Strings. What the hell is The Strings? Let's see. The Strings movie. A Shudder original? Oh, it's only a few years old. In the dead of winter, a talented musician travels to her aunt's remote cottage to work on a new material in solitude, but soon finds herself under the attack of a mysterious and dark presence. Sounds pretty good. It's on AMC Plus, which means it's on Shudder. Cool. Absolutely. Cool. Thank you. And then we have Bulkhead with a $4.99. I think Exorcist 3 could have been a masterpiece if the studio didn't force Blatty to shoehorn in the exorcism ending. Other than that, it's amazing. You know what? I'm going to agree with you, Bulkhead. I'm actually going to agree with you. I don't dislike the ending, but it does feel a tiny bit shoehorned. But I stand by everything I said about George C. And what's cool is the chat seems to agree with me in that aspect, but I will, if I check the comments on this video, I will get trashed in the comments about Exorcist. I always get trashed about my opinion on Exorcist 3, but I genuinely believe it. I don't think it's controversial at all. I really don't. I don't whatsoever. It's funny because I remember Lee Drum Thumbs did like a video about it. It was good. It was good spirited. It wasn't like he was mad, but he did a video like, is this like controversy to be controversial? And he basically said Christian thinks Exorcist 3 is better. And it's just like, are you serious? And again, he wasn't being mean, but no, I really don't even think that's controversial. to think that Exorcist 3 is the best one. I really don't. If I wanted to be controversial, don't you think I could come up with something way more outlandish to say? I mean, for God's sakes, how is it controversial to say that the guy that wrote The Exorcist, who also wrote Legion, directed that movie? Like, how is that controversial? Explain that to me. That is not controversial. Anyway, I'm gonna get off. And again, Drum Lee was not doing any. He was not trying to come at me or say it. But my point is, I remember when I saw that, I just genuinely disagreed that saying Exorcist 3 is the best is even remotely controversial. Anyway, Mountain Veteran with a $30 super chat. Thank you so much. Your thoughts on Kurt Russell and Sly and Garth Brooks on Kiss at the Kennedy Center Honors? Great question. Let me give you a clip for that.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
So I thought the Kennedy Center Honors were great. I thought Sly did great. I want to shout out Frank Stallone, who did a great cover of Take It Back. Not a cover, it's his original. Take It Back. Do, 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 do. Take It Back. He killed it singing that live. Kiss made me cry because when they did the Ace Frehley tribute, Peter broke down, and I love Peter Criss. I read every Kiss autobiography. Gene lies. Gene's an asshole. Paul, his book is great if you're a Kiss fan, but Paul never did anything wrong in his life and blames everybody else for everything. Everything else is everybody's fault. He doesn't do anything wrong. He never did anything wrong with his wife that left him. But of course he did. My point is, Paul's book, he never seems to do anything wrong. Ace's book is not bad, but I just feel like he was on so much drugs that you probably don't know what to believe. And Peter's book was the most honest book out of all four. Peter's book was the most humbling, honest book to read. He talked about how he really felt getting kicked out of the band, his low points in life, what he was going through. He just let it all hang out. Peter's book was the best. God bless Peter Criss. God bless him. I love Peter Criss. I hope he stays with us for a long time. But I thought the Kennedy Center Honors were good. I thought Sly's tribute from everybody was fantastic. And the orchestra, it was just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I watched it with my grandma. We're both big Stallone fans. It was beautiful. I loved it. And God bless Stallone. God bless him. The greatest action star living today. And there never will be anybody that tops him. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Alec, what's going on, dude? I like Seed of Chucky. I think it's an exercise in transgressive horror with John Waters in a role it seems obvious, but my most recent watch of it was kind of fascinating. So I think Seed of Chucky is a movie that there's two ways you can look at it, because with Seed of Chucky, it does go so. It's like Seed of Chucky, you can see it you could see it different kinds of ways. Like, I remember it's not a film I often want to revisit, but the last time I did watch it, I let go of like, oh my God, this just ruins the franchise. I just let go and watched it. And there are things about it that are at times hilarious. And honestly, it's one of those movies that it's like, it's pretty wild that it exists. It feels like one of those movies where, oh, they owe a favor to so and so for doing all this stuff for us and making us all this money with this character. So let's just let him have his movie. And honestly, when you look back, that's some of those movies are the most unique. And this is not probably the same thing, but Sam Raimi, does so much stuff for all those studios that the movie he did, Send Help, is probably a favor to Sam, because the studio's like, this is an OG original property movie that's got nothing we can really market it with. So this movie is probably not going to be a big hit for us, but we owe Sam a movie that he can just do. I know that with James Wan, that was the case with what was that crazy ass movie he did, Malignant, right? So I think in that sense, those movies where it's like these filmmakers just get to make whatever they want. I stop and smell the roses on stuff like that. Plus, I think Chucky looks really cool in Seed. I do. I do. I think Chucky looks really. He's got a great look in Seed. If I could get a doll, a replica, I would absolutely get a Seed of Chucky replica. But I love John Waters too. Thank you so much, Mountain Veteran, for the $20 super chat. Your channel is awesome. Thumbs up. Rocky 4 or original? You got to go. You have to go original because of the story. But Rocky, it's like you can't live without. I can't live without either one. Rocky 4, I need for motivation. You know, when on Sunday evening when I want to just go to bed and eat ice cream and go to sleep when I know I got to go running. I need the soundtrack. I need that Vince DiCola soundtrack. You know, God bless you, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, let's scroll down to the comments and catch up with everybody. Okay, somebody said it. Amityville 2. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Amityville 2 is absolutely better than 1. Here's the thing about Amityville Horror. It's a classic. It is an adult. I always look at Amityville Horror as AOR, adult arena-oriented rock or adult contemporary horror. I look at Amityville Horror as an adult horror film. Okay? I don't know why. It just comes across like the Kenny Loggins horror movie. Like it's just like it's adult. It's an adult movie. Everything about it just feels very that way. With that being said, Amityville 2 is insane. First off, the cast is fantastic. We were just talking about Rocky. Burt Young, right? And that Burt Young plays the insane alcoholic father. There is so many twists and turns in the second film. It's a very uncomfortable movie. I really think that Amityville 2 is better. I really do. And I'll take it. I'm not a step further. The second best Amityville. I want to say this. The second best Amityville is absolutely the original. So I think it's 2 than 1. Now, here's the thing I want to say to people, and I want you guys to write this down if you haven't seen it. The Amityville series, as we know, has progressed or regressed, whatever you want to call it, meaning they just done a ton of them, and none of them are really connected. But in the 90s, there was a movie called Amityville Dollhouse. Now, Amityville Dollhouse is my favorite of those 90s straight-to-video Amityville movies. Okay? Now, in Amityville Dollhouse, there's a dad in this family who died in the war, and he comes back as a ghost to the kids in the kids' bedroom. The dad has these disturbing, dead yellow eyes in the film. Okay? It bothers me every time I watch Amityville Dollhouse. I am a huge Amityville Dollhouse fan. That's my favorite of those Vinegar Syndrome Amityville films. My second favorite would be Amityville 92, which I believe Harvey Keitel is in. But Dollhouse is my favorite, okay? I think people sleep a little bit on a Dollhouse. And it's just a great 90s film. I really do love it. So watch that one. I agree. Maniac Cop. Oh, Maniac 2. I'm assuming you meant Maniac Cop 2 because there is no Maniac 2. All right, let's scroll down to the comments. I'm way behind. $5 from Brody Kane. What's up? Puppet Master 1 or 2. Also, Amityville Dollhouse is pure nostalgia. Love it. Okay, thank you for the love on Dollhouse. Now, this is what I'll say about Puppet Master 1 or 2. It's a great question. The answer is 1. Okay, Puppet Master 1 is a brilliant movie in my opinion. The way the dolls are presented in the beginning of Puppet Master is such a great in such a great way with William Hickey in his hotel room with all these dolls. The look of it is so haunting and creepy, and there's this foreign feel to the film in the beginning that is so great, and the way he hides them in the walls. Um, and then the movie taking place at the Bodega Bay is such a great environment. I love the cast. You've got all these kind of misfits. And the thing I love about the Puppet Master first film is how it really revolves around all these 40 somethings, these late 30s, 40 somethings. It's a different kind of cast. It's not, this is a time where all these horror movies have, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids as the stars. But where Puppet Master, it's all these adults, and you go in with them. Like, I love the psychic woman. She's my kind of woman. What can I say? But I love her character. She's quirky, and I love her. She's got like the seance stuff. It's a brilliant film. Now, people love too because it's a very dark, twisted entry, and it's a very unique way to go with them resurrecting the Andre in the grave. How'd they get there? Nobody knows. I love two, but my answer is one. Absolutely one. Thank you so much, Brody. Let me give you a clip. Let's see. Let's do a quick one.
I feel like people sleep.
Thank you so much, Mountain Veteran, with a $20 super chat. So generous tonight. Thank you so much. If CHH has a problem with Burt Young, he has a problem with I know you meant JCVD. You damn right. No problems with Burt Young. I just got my 4K from MVD for Jean-Claude. Very excited to watch that. Not only do I not have a problem with Burt or John, I also don't have a problem with the lawman, Steven Seagal. I was watching The Lawman with my dad probably like sometime last year, and it's so funny because it's like he's a psychic cop. He's in he's riding shotgun in the cop car, and he just has like this psychic moment where he goes, "Wait up, go back. We need to go over there. I just feel like something's going on." It's ridiculous. And it's funny? That show was filmed not far from where I grew up. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Thank you so much, man. Mountain Veteran with a $20 super chat. Let's give him this good. Everybody's ready for this one.
Dude, this is the best Children of the Corn movie. It looks the most expensive. It looks the most polished. It has really good cinematography. The color grading kicks fucking ass. The score is really good. The main chick in it is really good. It's her first starring role. It's the chick from, what the hell's her name? The chick from, Naomi Watts. She's the starring chick. And there's also Karen Black in it. There's all like the locusts and shit, and the kids climbing up from the well. Like, it's a fucking sweet movie.
I guess that's Brandon's pick for best sequel tonight. Children of the Corn 4. I need to review that just so should we review Children of the Corn 4 on the channel? Like, I'm serious. Should we just review it and get it out of our system? Oh, man. Big K, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. More like Amityville 2, Sibling Love Boogaloo. Yeah, you ain't kidding there. Oh, my God. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you.
I feel like people sleep.
Sometimes that clip is more funny to me because he looks directly at the camera. That should be everybody's alarm clock. 6:30 in the morning, you got to get up for work. I feel like people sleep. So angry. All right, let's scroll down to the comments, guys. I'm way behind. All right, let's go to the bottom comments. That way I'm caught up with everybody. I can see everybody's saying. I apologize. I don't think they will. I think Criterion did theirs, and that's pretty. It's pretty much it's a pretty definitive way to watch it. They did a great job on that. I would get that Criterion, but if you get the German Steelbook collection, that's also phenomenal, which I can attest to. Never seen it. Yes. Yeah. Thoughts on 28 Weeks Later? I actually think that one's okay. I watched that one last year in preparation for 28 years, and I thought it was fine. Like, I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was fine. I think that 28 Days Later has one of the greatest horror scores of all time. I just think the movie's hard for me to sit there and enjoy. I really do. With that being said, though, I think Cillian's a Killian, however you say it. I keep wanting to call it say Cillian. I think Killian's a great actor, obviously, and I'm really excited to see him in the next 28 years. I really am. I think it's going to be a brilliant movie, just like the last two. I think the Bone Temple. It's so funny when I got out of the Bone Temple, and I'll say this: I think the Bone Temple is better than 28 Years Later. I really do, because the Bone Temple is almost like a side quest movie. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like the Bone Temple was this brilliant look at Ray Fiennes' character as this doctor. And with the hope of not spoiling too much for people that haven't seen it, I just thought it was sh it was brilliant. I mean, I just loved it. I really was surprised how much I loved it. And the use of soundtrack in the film was the way I remembered movies from when I was young. You know, the way they use score to really enhance movies and use them in really interesting ways, not just, have them in there to say they have them in there, like, they really did some great stuff there. So I loved the Bone Temple, and there was some psychedelic stuff to it that was just kind of I loved it. It was somewhat avant-garde, it was I loved it. I loved the Bone Temple. What can I say? I really did. Psycho 2 is incredible. A lot of people think Psycho 2 is better than the first one, and I think I agree, you know? I can't tell if you're joking or not. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I love Urban Harvest. Shucking corn between 2, giant buildings in a dirt grass patch. Like, what the hell? I have it. I haven't watched it. Scream Factory fans know it as the ninth coin figuration because they misspelled the sleeve, and people were wanting like a redo on that. They're like, they need to send us new sleeves, and I'm like, no, I love it. The ninth coin figuration. Escape from LA is good, nowhere near as good as New York, but it would be closer if they didn't have the surfing scene. The surfing scene is embarrassing. It the surfing scene is embarrassing. It just is. Bone Temple is what I call my bedroom. Alright, so Pumpkinhead 2 is great because Pumpkinhead 2 was a Jeff Burr film, and Jeff Burr had this uncanny quality of just knowing exactly how to pace, shoot, and edit his horror films. Like, he just understood the assignment. Like, his movies always move at such a good pace, and there's this really nice charm to his movies. We saw that with, obviously, Pumpkinhead 2. We saw it with, Leatherface, consider even though he had a lot of problems there. Jeff Burr's a great director. He was a guy that just got it. He's done more movies that I've seen, of course, but there's those are the 2 I can think of, off the top of my head. I know I can't tell if you're joking or not, Jason, but I do like Psycho 4 quite a lot. I really do. I think it's a great prequel. Without question, Urban Harvest is the best corn film. I can never tell if Saturn Video is being serious or not. Y'all know I love Children of the Corn. Like that's my jam. It's my favorite Stephen King film. But I can't tell if y'all are being serious. Y'all are just messing around. What if it really is good and Brandon was right all along? What if Brandon has been right this whole time? Wouldn't that be funny? And then I post my review. It's like CHH reviews Children of the Corn 4. And then I literally just post the clip of Brandon. I post the meme video. Oh, Jesus. I love Creepshow. Love it. Satan's Little Helper is what it is. I love it. It's just such a trashy little, what was that, 2000 when that movie came made, 2004? Like the little kid following him around. It's funny shit. I like Satan's Little Helper. It's trash, but I like it, You did? Oh, dude, no, I just rolled with my ninth coin figuration. Oh god, not sure if this was already talked about, but in my opinion, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what? If you are gonna pick one over the OG, obviously I love the OG. I got my poster here. But if you are gonna pick another one, I'm okay with it being 2. I don't agree. I think the original's the greatest horror film ever made, but I'm okay with you saying that if you aren't gonna say that one, you'll go with Hooper's 2. So I can live with that. I don't agree, but I really can live with that. That's fine. 28 Inches Later, The Bone Temple was actually really sick. Loved it. I thought I was gonna be on an island with that one, and then everybody in the comments on my review was like, "Christian, everybody loves it." I was like, "What?" I thought people were gonna be pissed off about this movie. 68. Get out of here. That's easy. People that say 1990 is better just want to have an interesting opinion. Oh, I'm gonna get so much shit for saying that. I agree. There's no horror movie better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ben Grimm says Hellraiser 3 is the best of the bunch. I like Hellraiser 3, man. I like it. To me, it's 2, 1, then 3, but I like 3. 3 is where I became a fan of Armored Saint and John Bush, the greatest metal vocalist ever. I love John Bush. The Hanging Judge is such a great song. How Armored Saint got in Hellraiser 3, I'll never know, but I fuck with Armored Saint, man. And then, I tell people this, I'm a big Anthrax fan. I'm a huge Anthrax fan, actually. They're my favorite of the big 4. And I tell people, give me any Metallica song you want to throw at me. Give me any Megadeth song you want to throw at me. Give me any Slayer. Give me any Slayer song. Slayer's trash. But you take any song and you put it up against Only from The Sound of White Noise, the debut record with John Bush. You put any of those songs from any of those bands up against Only with John Bush's vocals on that track. I guarantee you Only will beat it. Only is probably the greatest heavy metal song written to me. I love John Bush's vocals. It's incredible. I will fight for Anthrax. People sleep on my favorite bands, man. Like it's hard having conversations with people about my favorite bands because I tell people I'm a big Alice Cooper fan and they know who he is, but it's like I can never really talk shop with anybody in real life. The internet's different. I can have conversations with people on the internet, but in real life, nobody can say like, "Oh, dude, like, so do you go back to what's your favorite song off Killers?" Or nobody, "Oh, Alice Cooper, is what did he do? Schools. Oh yeah, I love Alice Cooper. Schools Out. And then I talk to people about Blue Oyster Cult, and it's just the same thing, man. It's like I want to talk shop. I want to talk Cultosaurus erectus with somebody. I want to talk about mirrors. I want to talk about the song "The Great Sun Jester," which is one of my favorite Blue Oyster Cult songs. I can't in real life. And then with Anthrax, it's the worst, man. I tell people you say, "Have you heard of Anthrax?" And they go, "Oh yeah, I love Anthrax." And you ask them who their favorite singer is from the band, they look at you like you got 7 eyes. It's like, "Come on, man, like, fucking John Bush." I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Don't get me started on, Black Sabbath. Y'all already know what will happen. The Gathering. It's not Urban Harvest. If I had to start my collection over again, do you think you'd track down everything you have now, or would you do it differently? I just take it day by day. It's actually a really good question. I think I'd take it day by day, man. And I know what I love more than anything movie wise, and I would start there. I think the first thing I would buy is stuff from. I just I would probably not focus on a format or a boutique label, but I would, if I had to start over, I'd just be going to flea markets and used shops to get movies cheap, and start there and just build my collection back up, and then I would just hit up sales from Kino and Scream Factory when they had them and just tried. But in terms of like recreating I couldn't even, dude, I have millions of movies. Like I have let's just look at this. Where would you start? Where on earth would you start? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a mess. It's a mess, man. Heart God Media with a 9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a clip.
George P. Wilbur is well, actually no, Dick Warlock's my favorite Myers, but it's we George P. Wilbur, just P. Will, what I say.
Oh my God, CHH, come back on the pod. I'll talk Anthrax all day. You got it, dude. Yeah, we can absolutely do another podcast, whatever you guys want. I'm pretty free. I think I got a gig one weekend in February, but yeah, hit me up. We'll definitely do another one. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. All right, let me catch up with the comments. So if you want to get into BOC, I think if you start with veterans of the let me think. What album would I start you out with? Yeah, I think I'd say start with Fire of Unknown Origin. And then honestly, I think you need to do Secret Treaties. No. Do Fire of Unknown Origin, then go ahead and do the next record, do Revolution by Night, then go do Agents of Fortune, then do Secret Treaties. Strike that. Do Fire of Unknown Origin, then go back and do Secret Treaties, then Some Enchanted Evening, the 78 live record, which will fucking rock your socks off, and then go listen to Revolution by Night. And listen to Shooting Shark, which is one of the greatest songs ever. Leprechaun 3 through 5 I like better than 1 or 2. Appreciate them, but I rewatch 3 through 5 often. I totally respect that. Most people, I think 3 is the fan favorite. I love 1, man. I think Leprechaun 1 is dynamite. I think the thing about 2, this is my complaint. Maybe you agree. Actually, the thing about 2 is it's a perfectly well-made B horror film, upper echelon B horror film, right? It's got some budget for the production, but the love interest, is trash. Just trash. So she just brings down the movie. If they had a decent actress that was on the same kind of level with everybody and understood the tone and pace of how they were like, because Marty and all of them, his buddy, the kid that was, working with, they're great. Plus, you've got some Twin Peaks alumni in there, which is always nice. I like to. I really do. God, she's trash. Oh my God, 1,500? That's fucking crazy. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes none. It just depends. Sometimes I don't feel like watching a movie. Sometimes I want to watch a full season of MasterChef in a day, for the third time. I don't disagree or agree with that. I will say this. I love both of them dearly. The Jamaican leprechaun clip? Okay. Maybe I will play that one tonight. Halloween, I do like some Halloween. I listen to they're not the same band, but I don't listen to Halloween as much as I listen to Grim Reaper. And in terms of King Diamond, some people here know that I became a pretty big King Diamond fan over the last couple of years. Some of my audience were just kept asking me about King Diamond, so eventually I just started watching them. And I think that Conspiracy and them are masterpieces. I actually like The Eye too. Now the thing about The Eye is I think it's electronic drums, but it still sounds great. It has kind of like that electronic drum sound, but it's still like, big reverb kick and big fat reverb snare. And the opening track on The Eye is brilliant. It's got some great synth, and the synth is really prevalent in The Eye. So I've become a really big King Diamond fan. I listen to the King probably once a week. But the thing about King Diamond you have to understand for a lot of people, man, is like I remember when I showed my brother King Diamond, he didn't like it. And I said, you have to keep listening. And eventually you'll get it. It'll click. And I think it did. But King Diamond, for a lot of people, when you first hear it, those vocals it's not what you expect, you know. But I think King Diamond is a legend. I really do. Well, the thing about Spectrus is I love Spectrus, but I don't want somebody to just listen to the album with all the hugest hits on them, right? That's why I said, because here's the thing. I think if you go, what did I say? I said start with Fire of Unknown Origin, then go back to Secret Treaties. Because the thing about Secret Treaties is the thing I like about Fire of Unknown Origin and Secret Treaties is the songwriting I think is exceptional on both records. Spectrus, the songwriting is great too. Songs like Going Through the Motions, though, they're really just kind of simple songs where they were trying to write hits. And I love Spectrus, but I think if you show somebody the talent and the songwriting of Blue Oyster Cult, they're going to go back and listen to Secret Treaties and hear Astronomy and be blown away because Astronomy is a masterpiece. Astronomy is an epic. And that's where I was going mentally. Where Spectrus is really just they're trying to write a bunch of hits, in my opinion. Like Golden Age of Leather is a classic, but the songwriting is much more straightforward on Spectrus, if that makes sense. And I don't want people to digest that yet. Now, Spectres and Mirrors are two great records. Mirrors is my most underrated Blue Oyster Cult record. Anyway. Okay. So let's talk about it. I hated the Ride of the Lightning bonus track. I hated it. I thought it sounded like shit. I think the record's good. I like the record, but I don't like the mix of the record, though. They're trying to replicate the sound of like that. I feel like they were trying to replicate the sound of Peace Sells, and I'm not a fan of trying to recreate sounds. I really don't like that. Like That's why when it comes to Manson, Pale Emperor to me was an incredible record because it was the sound of an artist maturing and writing what felt right to him at the time and how he would naturally would progress as a writer. And then the album after that, We Know Where You Effing Live, was just trash because he's trying to sound like Jesus Christ Superstar or Mechanical Animal. I hated it. I hate it when they try to replicate sounds that they did in the past. Not a fan of it. I'm not interested in trying to hear Megadeth write a hit again. I just didn't like it, the mix of the record. The songs aren't bad, but even some of the songs are kind of cringy lyrically, I don't know. Like I thought Dystopia was a fucking great record. I really did. And so I just hate it when I feel like they try to recreate magic again with bands. I'm just not into it. Not into it. I respect the talent. Somebody asked me this on the last show. I respect the absolute talent of Les Claypool as a musician. He's a monster. He's a god even. But I can only listen to Primus for 5 minutes. After that, I got to move on. I need I take music. I want music to be serious and you know songs. Like Jerry as a race car driver is fun when you first hear it, but I can only listen to that song once and move on. Like I can't do it. I can't keep doing that stuff for more than 5 minutes. Okay, I will. Mortal Sin, thank you. I haven't listened to them. Um, I'm not really feeling great in my head, thankfully. I don't have a headache or anything, but um my sinuses are just kicking back in. It's brutal. Hey Christian, enjoying your stream while getting snowed in Knoxville, Tennessee. What's your top 5 Alice Cooper albums? Keep up the awesome content. Love your channel, brother. God bless you for the question. Thank you for the question. Number 1 is probably gonna be Killers. Number 2 is gonna be Billion Dollar. Number 3 is gonna be Constrictor. I love Constrictor. Number 4 is gonna be Special Forces. Number 5 is gonna be Last Temptation. You probably didn't see that one coming, did you? The Last Temptation. Strike that. Let's strike that. It's a. I'm gonna bump down Last Temptation. I'm gonna bump Special Forces down to 5, and I'm gonna put in Brutal Planet at 4 because I love Brutal Planet. It's just a great record. Brutal Planet was Alice telling Zombie and Manson, "Hey, I'm still king around here. I'm the OG," and he made a great industrial heavy metal record with Brutal Planet. Just a great record. I think Pick Up the Bones and Cold Machines is just dynamite songs. Dynamite songs. I didn't forget about Raise Your Fist and Yell. That's just not my top 5. I love Raise Your Fist and Yell, Roses on White Lace, Prince of Darkness, Freedom. Great tracks. But what am I going to swap it out for? Am I going to swap it out for Constrictor? I think there's better songs than Constrictor. I think Life and Death of the Party, The Great American Success Story. I think there's better songs on Constrictor. I think that there's better songs on Brutal Planet than on Trash. I love Trash. Trash would be my top 10. Come on, guys. Like I'm a diehard. You have to have one of the Blackout albums in your top 5. Everybody's just saying the big hit albums. Nobody in the chat has said, "Hey, Christian, what about Flush the Fashion?" That's something I would consider. There's great songs on those records, guys. There's great songs on those records, not just the hit records. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all ain't listening. I didn't have Welcome to My Nightmare in my top 5 either. No, I think Saturday Night Wrist is just a great. Did he produce that? I didn't know that Bob Ezrin did Saturday Night Wrist. If he really did, I didn't know that. No, but Saturday Night Wrist is just a fucking dynam. Perfect record. Perfect. Was it 2006? Just a great record. It is that time period, man. The mid 2000s. God Almighty. Weezer, they're fine, I guess. I don't really go out of my way to listen to a lot of Weezer. I think that they've had some good songs. And they're probably a good band, but I don't listen to a whole lot of Weezer. Buddy Holly's a classic though, you know? No, I'm not a Tool fan. I don't like to have to listen and think while I'm listening to music. And plus, I just think Tool to me just sounds like I just can't do it. Like Tool, I'm not into Tool. I'm not a fan. From the Inside is a great record. How You Gonna See Me Now is a beautiful track produced by the great David Foster, right? Where do you place the original Friday the 13th? Top 3 for me. It's absolutely number 2. Number 2. Blue's a good album. I have that on cassette. Yeah, Alice is in there. Rat Dawkins, yeah, big fan of both. Dawkins, my favorite record's probably Back for the Attack. It's so funny because the actual song Back for the Attack is not on the record, which is such a great song. And then Rat's a great fucking band, man. I really like Detonator. That's a great record. I like Detonator and I like it's hard to pick. It's hard to they're every record they did in the 80s was great. Every single one from basically from Infest to Detonator is dynamite. American Idiot or Dookie. So I lived the release of American Idiot and how big it was. It really took over the world in 2004. It really did. So I got to go with American Idiot. And it's a great record. I mean, it's a great rock opera, as they say. I would love to do the Chris Lake tours. It is expensive and it's very far away from me, but I would love to do it. Big K with a $2 super chat. Which Brandon ranking hurt you the most? Friday the 13th, for sure. For sure. He trashed the original Friday, which is bullshit. Thank you so much. Big K, appreciate that. Most overrated horror film. For me, it's 28 Days Later. I just I can't love it. When I watch it, I just don't love it at all. And it's so revered. That's just it for me. But I think the music's brilliant. I really do. Let's see. Yeah, somebody asked me about that earlier, and don't hold your breath. They can't finish it. Bill Moseley's not. He's not. Don't hold your breath. What did I say? Infest out of the cellar is what I meant. Dude, it's a great record. Anybody remember Dangerous Toys? That was a good band too. Did you see Alice Cooper Mega figure release last year? Very cool. I have it. Shout out to Chuck who sent it to me. I like vintage music from not just 80s, but like 50s through 90s. Absolutely. Yeah. It's funny, I'm really starting to creep into late 60s music as I get older. Um, it's just one of those things, the older I get, the older the music is, I'm okay with exploring, but, like, when I was in high school and stuff, I would only listen to stuff that was r I guess relevant is the word, but stuff that was coming out at that time. So, like, in high school, it was all about Hinder and Papa Roach and 3 Days Grace, like, 1X had just come out, and Breaking Benjamin had Phobia, and those albums were huge, and I loved them, and I was listening to them religiously. I wouldn't be caught dead listening to stuff from the '70s. Now, if what I'm listening is not at least 30 years old, somebody needs to check on me, because that's how it is now. I listen to music that's old school, you know? No, not a Nine Inch Nails fan. I've tried. I'm not into them. Not a Trent Reznor fan. I remember he did, like, a Halloween theme release, like, in 2016 or 17 that people were talking about, and I listened to it, and I hated it. I was like, "This is terrible." It had the longest intro. The music never kicked in for, like, 3 minutes. It was like people, "Oh, have you heard the Trent Reznor Halloween theme?" I thought it was trash. I just thought it was trash, you know? Do you guys remember that? I was just like, "What the fuck is so good about this?" You know? I hated it. That's a good question. What's the closest film to dethroning Texas Chainsaw Massacre for you? Probably Night of the Living Dead, the original. Probably Night of the Living Dead. Great question. Oh, yeah, songs from The Big Chair should be mandatory listening for everybody. And the record after that from '89 with all the crazy artwork on it. I love that record too. Advice for the Young at Heart is a great song. Great song. Yeah, I've got a bunch of cassettes from Dangerous Toys. I wish they all could be California girls. The melodies and harmonies in the Beach Boys is, like, god tier. People still study how they do all that. Like, it's the best vocal performances. All those melodies are insane for the Beach Boys. Hands down Risk. Risk had good songs on it. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, Total Meltdown, you're gonna get pissed at me. But Risk had legitimately good songs, like, uh, cr I really think Breadline is a good song. I'm serious. I think Breadline is I actually think Risk was a good record from Megadeth. I really do. Um, People shit on Risk, but, like, to me, the thing about Risk, number 1, Risk has a great mix. The songs are very enjoyable to listen to. Listening to Saint Anger is painful. Like, physically listening to Saint Anger is not is legitimately painful. I have not heard drums sound that shitty since my high school band tried to record with a one Sennheiser mic hanging on the from the roof of a garage with everybody just playing and, like, trying to listen back to that. Like, Saint Anger sounds like fucking trash. It's probably the worst, like I don't know if I don't think you call Saint Anger a comeback album, but, like, in a sense, it kinda was a comeback album. It had been years since Metallica had a record. They had a lot of stuff going on. I really think Saint Anger is just the biggest piece of fucking shit. It really is. Like, I'm sorry, and Metallica are great. I actually think that the 2016 record was fantastic. What was it called? Hardwired? I think that was a brilliant Metallica record. I really do. But I just think Sanger is the biggest piece of shit, and the drums, I've never heard drums sound that bad in my life. It just sounds like fucking trash. Trash. I think Breadline is a better song than anything off of Saint Anger. Anything off of Saint Anger. Breadline's a good song. Sorry. I get off on tangents. Scorpions are fucking great. I think Wind of Change is probably one of the greatest ballads ever written. Sowing the Seeds of Love. Thank you. What is the heaviest band I listen to? Probably Bleeding Through. Probably Bleeding Through. Probably uh I listen to some hardcore bands like Throwdown. But Bleeding Through is probably it. I think Bleeding Through is probably one of the most innovative hardcore bands because they implemented goth and keyboards into their music, and it was brilliant. This is Love, This is Murderous, which I'm sure nobody here has heard that record. Maybe we have some OGs here that know it. Actually, I shouldn't even act like it's cool for me to say that. It's just so underground. My point is, This is Love, This is Murderous is probably one of the greatest records I've ever heard in my life. There's literally nothing like it. And Brandon Chapetti's vocals. The thing I hate about screaming music is a lot of it just sounds the exact same. But what's so great about Brandon Chapetti is he legitimately sounds in pain, emotional pain with his screaming and his anger. It's brilliant. God, I love Brandon Chapetti's vocals. Yeah, This is Love, This is Murderous is probably the greatest thrash, not thrash, but hardcore goth record of all time. It's just, there's nothing like it. Dehumanizer is great. I'm gonna get off. I'm not gonna go off on a huge tangent tonight. I'm not gonna go off a huge tangent on Black Sabbath. I go all the time about my love for Tony Martin. So I'm not going to. But people know how I feel about Black Sabbath. I can't really listen to anything past Metallica's first two records. I'm really picky with metal, though. That's fine. I get that. The thing about Metallica is I really don't find myself listening to them that much. I grew up listening to them so much in my uncle's Chevy S10, that I could probably go the rest of my life, But I remember when Hardwired came out, I listened to it. I was like, this is a great record. This is a great record, in my opinion. I thought Moth into Flame was probably one of the better Metallica songs ever written. It's a great song. Oh man, I love Richie Kotzen. I love the Winery Dogs. Oh, there you go. I see it in your comment. Their cover of "Fooled Around and Fell in Love" is brilliant. Oh my god. Poison's great. Yeah, I really like Flesh and Blood. It's a great record. I don't like the first two records, but Flesh and Blood, I think the guitar work on Unskinny Bop and stuff is just like really good guitar stuff. Hey Christian, do you have a favorite Iron Maiden record? And have you listened to Section? I'm so glad you asked about Iron Maiden because guess what I was listening to today? Maybe one day I'll be an honest man. I was listening to Fear of the Dark, and that song, man, Wasted Years. Shit, what a song that is. So yeah, I was listening to Maiden today, and I think Fear of the Dark is a great record. I think I'll tell you a record I really love from Iron Maiden. People shit on this record. No Prayer for the Dying. I'm a big fan of that record. I think there's some great songs on that record. Hooks in You is dynamite. You've got songs like The Assassin. You've got songs like Run Silent, Run Deep. Run Silent, Run Deep is a brilliant kind of like anthemic like battle cry, almost like this. Run Silent, Run Deep is such a great song. Wasting Wasting Love. What I say? Wasting Years. Anyway, you know the song I'm talking about. Metal Greg. God damn it, man. What a song. And the guitar work on that, beautiful, clean guitars on that. Just goddamn, what a song. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, I agree. I think No Prayer is a great record. I listen to No Prayer a lot. I love the mix on that. It's clean, but it's really raw, But Run Silent, Run Deep is the song for me. Shit. man. I love Running silent, running deep. We are your final prayer. Just good stuff, man. But what's my favorite record? It's gonna be Fear the Dark. I just think Fear the Dark is just goddamn, man. Shit. I don't think I've listened to much Deaf Heaven before. You'd have to steer me with that. I don't even know if I've heard of them, man. I really don't. I wasn't really enamored with much of what Arrow had going on, to be honest with you. Best rock supergroup? I like your Trancers picture. It's a good question. What is a supergroup? Like Damn Yankees was good, but I'm sure there's a better answer out there. If I can go back in time and be the one who wrote a classic song, what song would it be? I've thought about that a lot. A song that would pay me for the rest of my life. Who's Crying Now by Journey. I love that song. That'd be the one. Another mystery. Another try to be. Last one for the night. Favorite Unmasked Jason. Thank you so much, Big K Movies Games. So I appreciate that $2 super chat. Favorite Unmasked Jason. Shit. You gotta go with part 3, right? To me, it's part 3, right? I think you gotta go that way because that's just such a great look. I'm gonna go with 3. Great question. Thank you so much.
I feel like people sleep.
I think it'll be the year, Josh. It's a good question. I think it'll be the year. So, probably so. I think we're gonna get it this year. Deaf Heaven is like black gaze, so it's like black metal shoegaze post. Jesus, whoa, god damn! It's black metal shoegazed and post rock. But I don't even know what that would sound like. But I only recently got into them. It took me years, but their albums Sunbather and Infinite Granite are sick. Alec, if I look this up and they have 74 monthly listeners on Spotify, I swear to God. Let me look it up. Okay, they got a check mark next to their name. Okay, I got 250,000. Okay, so they're big. They're a big deal. What album did you say? Sunbather. Infinite Granite. Okay. Let me mute this for just a second. Let me just for 1 second. All right, so I listened to a few seconds of Vertigo, and it's so funny. If you look at the picture of the band, it's like, what kind of band would you think that is? It's like I can't get a grip on the way they look. They just have this like undistinct feel as a unit. But I could tell this is gonna take some time because they have these big intense moments with, these other a lot of clean guitar work, and I'd have to really sit down and listen to get a feel for it. I can tell it's impossible to make. I could tell it's impossible to make heads or tails by listening to 7 or 8 seconds of it. You have to listen to it. I don't I don't think I listen to much shoegaze, no. No. Nothing against it. Favorite guilty pleasure band? Mine as well, those are awesome. I don't know that I really have one. I really don't. I don't feel like anything I listen to is like, "You listen to them?" I don't feel like I do. Maybe I do. You know, it's just and I don't wanna avoid the question. I'd like to answer it if I could, but I really don't know if I have a guilty pleasure. Uh, I listen to all kinds of stuff, man. Like, if you're in the car with me and you say, "Christian, just put on whatever you feel like," literally on the way there, we could be listening to Stacy Q. You know, we could literally be on the way to, a flea market or something, and you ride with me, we go on be on the way to dinner, and we could be listening to, Stacy Q's, big hits, and then on the way back, we could be listening to fucking Julian Cope the entire time. None of y'all probably know who Julian Cope is, which bums me out. If you're a Return of the Living Dead 2 fan, you at least know how I found Julian Cope, and then I became a lifelong, lifelong fan of Julian Cope. No, I have dubstep. I don't. I need a singer. I need somebody to. I need to. I can't do like the wow, wow, well, wow. Again, it's like fun for like 5 seconds, and then after that, I'm immediately ready to move on. I need you to sing me a song. But people go nuts for that dubstep shit, man. Like I see these festivals and stuff with these. It's crazy. I love the Pumpkins. I really do. I finally got into them last year, admittedly. I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, absolutely. Kenny Crows are fine. Yeah, I listened to them a little bit. Send me some of your music, dude. I'd like to check it out. Is it on Spotify or anything, or you're kind of working on it right now? I'm getting a little tired, but we're gonna hang. We're gonna go a little bit longer. Give you guys a solid 2 hours tonight. Really, I did. Thank God. No, I haven't listened to the new Peter Chris album because they won't put the damn thing on Spotify. I want to listen to it, but I can't. I'm not ordering the record online, and they don't have it at Walmart, so I haven't been able to listen to it, man. I want to listen to it. Chicago, dude, I love Chicago. Now we're talking. What's your favorite thing to get when you get Chinese food? Listen, dude. First thing we got to do is get a big old helping of that fried rice or hibachi rice. Preferably hibachi rice. I love that hibachi rice because I really feel like the hibachi rice takes to the soy sauce better. You know what I'm saying? So if I get hibachi rice with soy sauce and then double teriyaki chicken, okay, and then a side of orange chicken, 2 to 1 teriyaki to orange chicken. So there you go. Um, I think 10 to Midnight is a movie that the horror fans embrace more than any other fan base, if that makes sense. Excuse me. So Spotify band name Another Green World, same label as Teal. Who you'd also like, I think. It been released since 2012. Put out an album last May. I'll send you a like, right on, dude. Thank you. Hell yeah. All right, so maybe it is on Spotify. I'll go check. What is the latest on the sauce situation? You'll have to bring me up to speed. By the way, guys, drop a like on the show if you haven't yet. There we go. I love Chinese food. It's cheap. I thought at first this comment said I love Chinese food. It's cheap and nasty and a little something to get you by. But no, it's cheap and dude, I love Chinese food. Mexican, Chinese, or other, what's the go-to? So it depends on where I'm at, right? Like if I'm in a certain city visiting family, there's certain cities or places that if I'm there, I go to El Patio, right? If I'm in a different city visiting other family, I'm going to a Chinese place. So I have my spots, I have my spots. I got my joints that I frequent, and I'm not above the Panda Express. People trash Panda Express. James Wan and Lee Winnell did a panel where they said they want to bring it back to the tone of the first film, make Saw scary again, and that Jigsaw would return. It wouldn't be a spiral situation. Oh, I didn't know that. I did see that they were like showing Saw again at some sort of like big festival thing that was getting shut down or something. Or was we the last? I saw something about it, but I mean, cool. I guess I'll just judge whatever comes out next. I'll judge it when I see it. But I'm always down for more Saw. I mean, I grew up with those movies, so bring it on. Bring it on at this point. I'm sure it'll be this year, Chris, but in terms of like when the pre-order will go up, you know what, man? I don't know. I really don't know. I still think they're trying to get all the discs out to the backers. They're obviously not going to put up a pre-order before that, because if they do, the backlash online for that would be horrible. So I think as soon as the backers get their Blu-rays, we'll be okay, and then we'll get that up. Let me give you a guesstimate, though. I think maybe March we'll get the pre-order for Hearts of Darkness. I think that's fair. I think in March we'll get the pre-order. You know what? I actually did. I remember buying the game for the Switch when it came out. All right, guys, I am tired. So let's do a couple more questions and then we'll wrap it. I had a great time tonight, though. Thanks for all the super chats tonight. Everybody was really supportive and generous tonight, and I appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you all for that. And thank you all for hanging out with a surprise show. I consider it psychological thriller, which to me is a part of the horror genre, in my opinion. So, in a roundabout way, yes. What horror movie needs a remake that hasn't had one? Lucio Fulci Zombie. Yeah, I remember you telling me it was good, Hunter. I'm excited to watch it. Don't spoil anything for me, because I'm hoping there's stuff in there that I haven't learned yet. But I am excited to watch it. I did have a ton of wrestling DVDs up until about 2013. I sold them all. I had a big collection. Um. Oh yeah, Spider-Man was so big when it came out, the first one, that I remember it had this insane theater run in 2002 when it came out. It was huge. It was so big that people demanded they bring it back to theaters again. And so they re-released it in theaters again like 3 months later, and we went back and saw it again. I loved it. I loved it. Ghost Ship 1996, good for DB. I know that there's Ghost Ship from, like, what, 1980, but I don't know about that. Ghost Ship from 96? Yeah, me you too, Jason, you too. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a VPN. I'm not paying for ESPN Plus. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So I'm gonna see if I can get a VPN and get, like, a free trial. What time does the Rumble start tomorrow? Because isn't it in Riyadh? So what time is it, the Rumble tomorrow? So I know. I gotta figure this out. Is the Rumble at, like, noon? Is it at 8 AM? Like, what time does the Rumble come on tomorrow? Oh, man, you're an OG, if you remember that. Oh, you're Central? I'm Central too. So it starts at 12 PM. Okay, this person's saying 2 PM Central. Thank you. Love from New Zealand. That's so cool. Thank you. Yes, I do need a VPN because getting a VPN is cheaper than upgrading my Hulu to live TV to get uh it's cheaper to get a VPN than trying to upgrade my Hulu to get live TV or just paying for ESPN Plus outright. I'm not gonna do that. No judgment, but I don't like not paying for movies that I wanna watch or anything like that. Like, if there's a movie I wanna stream and I can't stream it, if I can't go find the DVD at a shop, I'll just rent it. I don't do the pirating or the or the stream sharing stuff. I'm not into that. So, no judgment, but I can't do that. I can't do that. It's just not right. No hate, though. I'm not judging. I'm just saying for me personally, I can't do it. Besides, Stephanie McMahon was saying get a VPN on her. Uh, Stephanie McMahon said get a VPN on her show. Matter of fact, I might go watch. I might go watch that episode where she promoted the VPN and use her promo code for it. Proton VPN is free? No, it's not. Don't fuck with me, Anton. Do not fuck with me. I feel like you're fucking with me. Why you lying to me? It ain't free. What's up, man? How are you? Can y'all help me figure this out? A VPN? Oh my god, it is free. Secure one device at a time. Experience medium VPN speeds. Connect to servers in 10 countries. It is free. Proton VPN. Okay, so here, before we leave tonight, I need help. I need help. I need help. Nobody go yet. Everybody stay. So I have a smart TV, right? I have the Roku TV. So my question is this. Do I go on my TV, go to apps, and download Proton VPN? And I can set the VPN from the TV and then watch the Rumble tomorrow from that? Like, explain this to me. Explain this to me like I'm dumb because I've never used a VPN. I was actually talking to Wes from Dead Pit about this the other night because he was like, "Yeah, I use a VPN. I'm not paying for ESPN Plus." I need somebody to explain this to me like I'm the moron that I look like. No, I don't have a Fire Stick. I have Roku TVs. I have Roku TVs. I have a TV in here with a Roku, and in the living room I have a 57-inch just Roku TV. Come on, y'all, help me out. I need this. I want to watch the Rumble, man. It's the Rumble. Chris Jericho's coming back. I don't have Android devices though. I have Apple devices. What's your profile picture? Let me see what that is. Retro zombie. That's cool. I see, like, look at this. Let me show you guys this. All right, so they weren't lying about the Proton VPN. There is a free one. It says secure one device at a time. Experience medium VPN speeds. Connect to servers in 10 countries. Plus is $2.99 a month, which is cheap. You can secure 10 devices, high VPN speeds. So the thing is, it says connect to servers in 10 countries randomly assigned. The thing is, so if the Rumble is on Netflix everywhere in America, everywhere in the world except America. Oh God, the Fire Stick. You guys and these damn Fire Sticks. All right, let me ask you this. If I can download the Proton on my computer, Chris Jericho just needs to focus on horror. That's got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, his couple Terrifier cameos and him being a carny for 5 minutes in Sharknado 3. Anyway, so here's my thing. If I download Proton on my computer, I should be able to sign into Netflix on my computer and then cast the screen to my TV then, right? Can I do that? I guess I'll figure it out. I don't want to give you guys a bunch of guff about this. I'll see if I can figure it out. I have a Mac computer. I've got a Mac laptop that I could bring in the living room. And if I can sign into Proton on the my Mac laptop, I should probably just move to I love That's so funny. No. It's on ESPN Plus for $1,000. ESPN Plus is a ripoff. All right, so I'll figure this out, guys. I'm watching the Rumble. I want to watch the Rumble. So I want to watch the Rumble tomorrow. I'm excited for Jericho. Why are people saying that Jericho's not coming back tomorrow? Why would y'all say that? Why would Jericho not be coming back? He's been off of AEW for like a year. Jericho's definitely coming back at the Rumble tomorrow. I'm excited for Jericho to return tomorrow. All right, guys. I'll wrap it up. I had a great time tonight. God bless you guys. Y'all be safe. And I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. I'm glad y'all hung out with me tonight. Please drop a like on the show before you go. Yeah, take care. All right, Metal Greg, I'll get it figured out. I'm watching the Rumble tomorrow. All right, God bless you guys. Y'all be safe. Stay out of trouble. Take care of each other, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. God bless y'all. Good night.